What's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome to today's pre-market analysis. As you can see, today is June 25th, Wednesday, I believe, and it's 8:45, so the market had already started, but we'll take you through my whole market analysis process, and you'll be able to see things like my book map and my footprint and even my side monitor as needed if it doesn't open up a new tab. But yeah, you'll be able to see my side monitor as well. Okay. So now you're looking at my front monitor. And what we're essentially going to do is we're just going to be marking out different levels on the chart. But before we do that, I do want to go ahead and make sure that the news is in check and that we know what's going to happen. First of all, Trump is going to be speaking very soon. I'll recheck. He has not spoken yet. People are awaiting his arrival to speak. Additionally, we have new home sales and Powell speaking right at the peak time during the trading session. Additionally, we have news at 9:30, oil news as well. So today's likely going to be a day that we don't trade. But if I see a setup, I will be sure to mark it out. Just will not be risking my capital on such. And if you're wondering what that sound is my footprint charts, as you can see here. I hope you can see it. Let me check. Yeah, you guys can see. But this is my Bookmap charts. It's a live stream. So I'll reduce the sound on that. Hope it doesn't bother you too much, but it just lets me know how the overall liquidity and the spread of liquidity is on the market. So as you can see, it is quite blurry for the time being, and you're gonna see right when it hits 10 Eastern time, it should clear out to a decent extent. But market just opened 15 to 17 minutes ago, and lots of volatility that's happening in the market right now. Let's go back onto the main monitor and start charting out ES. So what I do notice and what I do want to see is that, hold on. Let's just go into 5 minutes. Okay, we did recently sweep that level, but we are moving high. So just keep that in mind. We do have this level that price is likely wanting to target. Let's see if there's any other levels on lower time frames. It's a 4-hour. And on the 3-hour, we do have a 3-hour zone there, which I will be marking out. As you can see there. Let's go on to 2 hours, see if there's anything else that we can mark out. I do not think we do, but we will be prepared if we do. I'm gonna move this down there just so we get more space and do not scrabble down on the amount that we actually mark. But yeah, it's likely gonna be inbounds above until we get to this area, which is a 2-hour supply zone as well. Then we're likely gonna have 1 hour. I will mark that because it's such a small candle. And there's that. But we're likely heading to try to take out this level right here, which is a main liquidity level. So depending on how price reacts to the area, we can either take a retracement play off of a reaction, or we could also take a reversal play. It just depends on what we see. If we continue to move up, come back in here, start to see absorption, then we can take longs. But that's what we're doing, and that's what we're looking to see. And I'm just going to be marking out all the levels that I can to ensure our success. This would be a 4-hour, but it's really big 4-hour. Definitely going to be a 2-hour or something below that will be smaller and more accurate for more precise entry. So I'm looking to see where that occurs, but we can go ahead and remove this horizontal line. 2-hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes. So you might just have to mark out as a 4-hour. I'll keep it down marked, but I'm not sure if price will head all the way there in New York session. We'll have to see. 3-hour, definitely break this down as liquidity, and even this as well. We're seeing sellers start to step in after buyers were unable to push price higher up here. If you guys can see that. But you're seeing absorption, clear absorption here at this level. And now price is trying to go down. On Bookmap, you can see that getting absorbed up here with large amounts of buy orders, sell icebergs preventing buyers from moving higher. And now price is breaking out towards the downside. And the spread of liquidity is moving with it towards the downside. I'm looking to see where price might head towards. I'm thinking that price may likely head towards liquidity down here at these lows, but I want to see where that may be, because VWAP, we are touching VWAP at the moment, so I want to see how we react here for potential movement. But let's just complete our pre-market. Okay, so we have all these levels and we're just waiting to see where price will react. 2-hour, nothing much there. 1 hour. We may react at this level, but what it looks like is we may react off of this level as well in the 1 hour for value gap, because look at how much seller absorption that we're getting there. The only thing that kind of drifts me away from going long is simply the fact that Powell is speaking, and also the fact that we have so much passive sellers above that, and seller icebergs that are preventing price from going higher. So again, if we see a good setup, we'll enter, but although we're seeing that nice absorption right here, we are not going to enter simply because of that heavy amount of passive selling in the market. So here on the 1 hour again, I'm not seeing too much, nothing special that I'm noticing. It does look on a higher time frame that we swept this liquidity, and now we're looking to potentially head down. And that is if this level doesn't hold as a retracement level. We are likely at that V2 level. Yeah, we came straight to that V2 level and we were making a bounce. And this is likely a 30-minute 2, which I will mark out.
Stop and Q sell.
Price did break towards the downside, but on a higher time frame, the longs do look like they can come in. We're just seeing lots of distributed volume, so it's hard to tell. Sellers did try to break through, but they were unable to do so. And in 5 minutes approximately, we do have news, so we're not going to trade during that time. But essentially, this is going to be all we have for pre-market analysis, right? How we set up our game plan for today is essentially, if price continues to go down and we do not see a reaction from this retracement level, we could see if we could find a retracement going towards the upside until these 3-hour levels. But we also have a potential retracement play that can be made there. So honestly, what I'm looking for first is to see where price wants to actually head. If we start to see heavy selling pressure come from this area, then I might want to take shorts, targeting again these lows. But honestly, I'm just looking at waiting for a reaction off of one of 3 or 4 levels. I'm looking to see how price reacts in this range. I'm looking to see where price goes and how price will react around this area. And if price continues to go up, how it will react at this area. I'm looking to see a reaction, and depending on that reaction and depending on how aggressive buyers or sellers are at a certain area and how they are continuous with that aggression, depends on the type of trade which I'll take. But those 3 are going to be my key levels, and I'm just waiting to see a reaction. Now, that's essentially all my pre-market analysis. We will go on to NQ and do some quick charting on there as well. But I honestly do not think we're going to find anything extra there. Likely could mark this as 4 hour for the time being. But we're just going to do some quick charting on NQ. See that appear there. See that there. Buys seem to be coming in on ES now, as you can see. Buys are coming, aggressive buying. This is a very aggressive buy. We have stacked imbalances and much more. If you can come back to that area, potential retracement play. And as you're seeing on Bookmap as well, these buyers are just blasting through these passive sellers. That's a very key sign of aggression in the market. Once again, in 3 minutes, we do have news. And we have Powell speaking. So there's that. But let's continue our charting on NQ as well.
Top and freestyle.
Does look to be a 3 hour. Nothing else there, so that's good to see. So from a higher time frame perspective, it does look like price can continue going higher. Mm, 3 hour not seeing much else. 2 hour not seeing much else. One hour, again, not seeing much else. Yeah, I do have more liquidity down there, but it's unreasonable to mark that unless we get down towards that area. But I'll mark it just to be on the safe side of things. Yeah. Ooh, this does make it interesting because on the 30-minute, it does look like we potentially came back into this level again, and now we're pushing back up. Yeah, it looks really good on the 15-minute, actually. It looks like that 15-minute demand zone is holding up pretty nicely. On the 5-minute, you've been squeezed here, so it's kind of hard to tell. But now we're back on the main monitor, and we're just gonna monitor. But simply, since it's a pre-market analysis video, all that I've noticed is that we have the 3 levels. I'm waiting to see where price will expand and where we can potentially estimate price to go higher or lower. For example, if we break out towards the upside here and we don't see much liquidity in this 3-hour area at all, right? If we break through these highs with barriers on the low side and we don't see much liquidity until the upside of this area on Bookmap, we'll take a barrier retracement play, and that should work out pretty well. But on the other side, if we start to break down from this point and we already see key liquidity down at these lows, and we can see, and if we saw that on Bookmap, then we can take a short retracement play. The only way we're going to take a reversal play is if we see those reversal signals at either this 30-minute or this 3-hour. But that's essentially how the pre-market analysis and pre-market game plan is going to play out for today. NQ is essentially saying the same thing with the less key levels. Like if you go on to the 30-minute, well, let's say the 15-minute, we did look to have came into that V2 level, and it does look like we broke out, but we have this 15-minute holding strong that might continue us towards the upside, either towards the 3-hour all the way up here, or this 4-hour down here, which does seem to align to a decent extent with what we have on ES, as you can see here. So I'm not going to complain at all, and now it's our time to wait attentively and see if the market provides us anything. And remember what I said about when Powell started speaking that the distribution of liquidity would clear out? Well, look at it. This is a live example. Right before 9 a.m. Central Time when Powell got on stage, look at how this liquidity just went out of the market. And look at how there's not much of that blurriness that we saw before. Just saying. But once again, that's all I have here for today. If you have any questions regarding anything that we've discussed here in this video, feel free to join the Discord server. The link is in the description down below. Many resources that I highly recommend you guys to take advantage of, all for completely free. Additionally, if you want to take advantage and start practicing with footprint tools and bookmap tools, take a look at the descriptions, the link in the descriptions down below as well. You can take advantage of it for completely free just to start practicing. Now, that's all I have here for today. I'll see you guys later today for the market analysis video. But that's all I have here for today, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye. Oh, one thing else. We might transfer this into a live stream format because it's highly unlikely that I upload this before the market actually opens. So we're going to be live streaming it before the market opens, which should get automatically uploaded later on. But yeah, that's all I have here for today, and I'll see you guys later today. Goodbye.